Karishma Dev Dube, welcome to NDTV and many congratulations. Being shortlisted at the Academy is a huge deal. Is it every filmmaker's dream?
Definitely. I mean, it's such a romantic idea to be recognized by the Academy. It's also very special to kind of get this validation so early.
Right.
You know, being the short filmmaker is kind of lonely as well. You don't have any guarantee of a lifespan on the other side of the film. So I feel very grateful right now. Yeah.
So Bittu has made it this far. It's made it to the short list of the Academy Awards. It's a huge achievement. For the audience that's not watched it, could you tell them what it's about?
Sure. The film is inspired by a true incident that took place in 2013. It was an accidental school poisoning in Bihar. I had obviously learned about the incident like everybody else in the country when it happened. It was about, I think, a year before I went to film school. It's happened after that and since we've made the film as well. So, but this particular incident was kind of gruesome because about 23 kids died instantly. So there was just a lot of media attention around it. I had, a lot of footage and images in my subconscious for a long time. But to be honest, the whole drive behind this script for me has been the character of Bittu. I always felt like she wouldn't leave me really, this little kid who was kind of beyond her years and unaware of traditional gender norms and a bit of like an individual in a herd who is somehow punished for her individuality on this seemingly normal day at school and is eventually somehow saved by it. But the film focuses its story and details this friendship between two girls in this government school, and this friendship is eclipsed because of this poisoning.
Right. And also, when you're recreating something like that, what is it like to shoot with kids? I know the one side is that they are as honest as one can be, but how tough it is for the maker to just, recreate this whole thing.
It was definitely tough. I mean, I'd rather use the word educational. I kind of had to leave everything I'd, learned about working with actors. I kind of had to leave it behind. But I really did learn a lot from the process, and I was kind of picking it up as I went. The bulk of the preparation was done before we got on set. And, I had a very good friend and a brilliant actor who's based in Delhi, Nirvana Sani. I kind of convinced her to come down and help me start street casting once we had confirmed the location near Dehradun. And I just started by introducing, myself to different communities that were close to the place we wanted to shoot in. And, she helped me shape some theater workshops and sort of like a structure where we were kind of playing with kids and auditioning them at the same time. The little girl who plays Bittu Rani, she kind of emerged from the group pretty quickly, and there was something very electric about her. We connected instantly, and I knew that I had to keep coming back. So I spent about 2.5 months with her, just creating a sense of trust and, of course, rehearsing a little bit, but that took the life out of the scene. So I just kind of created memories that we could reference back on set. In the beginning, it was a little tough, but somewhere down the line, through the 6 days of shoot, they kind of just started acting and were very generous with their experiences. And, we would just kind of do it for each other, like allies on set. And she's like a little star, she enjoys the attention a lot. She loves an audience. So she was kind of made for it. I got very lucky.
Right. Karishma, you're a filmmaker, you're a director, you write your own film, you also produce them. This is obviously over the years, whether it was Devi or whether it's Bittu, it's given you a wholesome experience. Everyone who makes short films, people I talk to tell me that, it's creatively very satisfying, but is it also very lucrative in a market that you are in, business-wise?
I don't think so. I don't know if a filmmaker is making a short really for never in the hope of making their money back. I think that's a very rare consequence of making short films. Sometimes you just have to do it like a job hazard. We spend so much time creating opportunities to make movies and very little time being on set actually making movies, that you just do it because you have to, if I'm completely honest. I was very fortunate to be, I went to the grad film program at NYU,
Right.
and
Yes.
I just learned how to write, direct, produce, edit my films for the last 5 years, and for my community as well. Like I was doing it for other people too. So it was a very hands-on process, and I just kind of had to do it. I didn't have a choice. It was a part of the curriculum. But I know that it's kind of how you find you formalize your own practices as a filmmaker and find what works for you, what doesn't, through a process of elimination. I've been very lucky to find validation on the other side of it, but it's just you do it because you want to. It's a bit of it's like an infectious thing. I don't think people who make films are entirely not crazy.
Right. Now that it's shortlisted, what now? This requires a lot of work here on. So what is the plan now?
I'm just kind of discovering it as I go. We've got this far by some miracle, really. But it's just about increasing visibility of the film, making it a familiar title, and having people watch the film, really, the people who are responsible for supporting it to get it to the last stage. I think after a while, the work just kind of has to speak for itself, and there's only that much you can do. But it's like any other publicity campaign after a film is released. It looks pretty similar to that.
Right. And, now that you have this wholesome experience, your films have been to so many festivals. Are you setting the stage for something bigger? Any plans for going commercial, doing commercial cinema, or directing something, else?
I don't know what commercial cinema means, but I definitely want to, I hope this is my last short film. I don't think I have any more in me. But I definitely want to start, I've been writing and developing a feature for a while. I'm currently producing a feature film for my friend and producer on Bittu, Mary Evangelista. It's called Burning Well. Okay. And it takes place in New York, and we hope that we can, put it together, and hoping to shoot it at the end of this year. Besides that, I'm also writing and developing my own feature that takes place in Assam, and is, inspired by my family a little bit, but I'm still investigating what that is. But, I'm writing as soon as I can so I can get back to set and get back to work. I miss it a lot.
Great, you've come this far, and wish you great luck. We are all going to be keeping a close watch on this. So you've made it to the shortlist. I'm sure you'll make it far ahead, and I'll come back to you for an interview then.
Thank you so much. Fingers crossed. I hope I can bring it home.
Thank you so much, and good luck to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Rohit.